How you guys doing? Today we're going to work on a name design with one of my most popular urban street pole designs. So the first thing I want to be able to do is go ahead and apply a stencil that I created. I had already sprayed the back of it down with the spray adhesive. And you just want to be able to make sure that stencil is nice and flat, guys. Then what I want to do is take my airbrush and do a light outline around the full stencil. You don't want to go too heavy. Just pull that trigger back just a little bit. Give us a nice little outline around the stencil. Okay, we added our outline, and I'm going to go ahead and add some dagger strokes. Just underneath the stencil. This whole area is a city scene. So I want to kind of give it a rougher look. Then I'm going to go ahead and take my airbrush and fade dark to light. I'm going to go ahead one more time and just kind of go through the whole process of outlining the stencil again before I take it off. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take it off, guys. Wow. So we have our full design on there. I'm going to show you guys how to be able to take the stencil technique and then be able to add some freehand along with it. So the next thing we're going to go ahead and just outline around the street pole. You want to just be able to make sure it's a nice consistent line all the way around, guys. Then I want to come in and do some shading techniques in the inside of the pole. Just want to come in, pull that trigger back just a little bit, and just do some of the shading techniques that I've showed you in a couple of the other videos. So I'm going to go ahead and do some more dagger strokes, just to kind of make it a little bit more rougher look. I'm going to pull out my cloud stencil and start kind of overlapping some clouds that indicate the sky around the buildings. Just going to slowly fade up around that stencil, guys. And these stencils are really versatile. I'm just going to kind of play with it a little bit until I feel that I have the right look. I think that's looking good. I'm kind of going to do another gradient fade, starting from the bottom of the buildings, faded up, just to kind of give a little definition in the sky. Then I'm going to go ahead and take the same stencil with the street pole. I'm going to turn it upside down, and I'm going to go ahead and put a reflection in the inside of the sign, just to kind of give it a nice little effect in the inside. Now, if I was doing this in full color, then I would kind of go about coloring this in a little bit different, but we're going to focus in on black and white first. The next thing that I'm going to do is go ahead and write a name. The name that I'm going to use is Jose, J-O-S-E. I'm going to come back over it and lay a drop shadow. Remember guys, the drop shadows is only on one side of the letters. This is just a normal print lettering style. Next, I'm going to go ahead and throw a circle around it just to give it a little depth. This is a really fun and unique design. Really popular. I'm going to take that same cloud stencil, and if you notice, it's a bird stencil right in the middle of that, and spray that silhouette of those birds on there just to kind of give a nice illusion of the sky. I'm going to go ahead and put a couple other little birds around the sky. Then I'm going to go ahead and add the electrical wires from the light pole and the silhouette of the city. I'm going to add a couple swirls just to kind of, make the design pop a little bit more. Add a couple little flares. Of course, a nice starburst. Then I'm going to go ahead and add some action marks inside the sky just to kind of indicate some action. The clouds are moving. Design is looking really good, guys. The next thing that I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and jazzy up the street pole and kind of add some spikes going around it. Just kind of make it a little bit more urban. Those spikes aren't anything but dagger strokes, guys. There we go, a custom design, Jose, street pole design with a drop shadow. We got the street, the buildings, incredible design. Looks great. Let's move on to the next one.